Hi, good morning, Frankie. It's pretty hot and humid already this morning. Tennessee, humidity. So, good morning. How are you? Well, I thought I would get on and talk about something that occurred to me yesterday. I was usually in my shower. That is where, let's see if I can get Frankie in there a little bit. I have the curtains drawn so it's not very bright and nice in here like I usually like it, but it's so, when it gets humid like this, it's just I'm very shaded, but for a few hours on this side and just a few hours on this side, it gets intensely hot when the weather's like this. So I just draw the curtains. Just saves a lot. Plus, I don't get to enjoy the house while I'm working all day, and I have a long day today. Yay! Gonna see a couple clients I haven't seen in a while. I love that. I love the check-ins. You don't have to see a therapist all the time. Sometimes once you get the big work done, then you just do a check-in once in a while. That's what I do. Well, I go in spurts with mine. Anyway, getting to showers. So usually when I'm in the shower, excuse me, that's when I do my kind of my physical check-in. Checking for any ticks because of working outside all the time. And I give myself a facial massage, and I check for lumps and bumps, and I massage, just gently, and I don't make a big deal out of it. Cleaning myself with love and care instead of scrubbing like I used to when I was younger, when I felt so much, shame for some of the things that happened. And so my shower time is queen time. I just really enjoy it. So I got this new shampoo and conditioner. I don't usually splurge on shampoo and conditioner. Haven't for years, because I know that, for me and my hair, it doesn't make enough difference for me to put that kind of expense. Like if I'm gonna save, say, the shampoo and conditioner I used to get was Biolage by Matrix. And, excuse me, I used to use their mousse and leave-in conditioner as well, and hairspray. I used all their products because it's what I used in my salon. April Stay Spa. Anyway, the shampoo I ended up using once I sold my salon and got to be in the mental health business, then I spent so much money on my education and trying to stay in school without having to work so I could really study. Well, not saying not work at all, but not work as many hours as I used to. One full-time job was what I was trying to keep, instead of working so many hours down at the shop that I didn't have a home life work balance. It caused me a lot of stress. And one of the things that I noticed was that I would sucked the sides of my cheeks till they were little knots on the inside. And I was sucking the roof of my mouth almost till it was raw. And that goes along with, too, hunching like this and not lifting my rib cage back up and aligning my hips. I didn't do any of that. So I had a lot of stress, with my studies. And the poor posture just kept, this CeraVe is not mixing well with this foundation, but it doesn't suck, so I'm not gonna wash it off. So I learned in a yoga class how to relax. If it's just for a minute, you can do it sitting, where you just release the tongue off the roof of your mouth as you're aligning yourself. Separate your teeth a little bit so you can't suck your cheeks. And you have, so when you release your tongue, separate your teeth just a little bit. Shoulders up, back and down. If you're sitting, sit up straight. Align your legs so they're up and down or a little out instead of like a bicycle where they're misaligned, or riding a horse where they're to the back. Put your hands flat, either on your lap or on something else. And just take a breath. And you can do this in all kinds of different ways. So you can do it like, if you just want to lay down for a second, on the, like your office door, lay down on the floor for a second and do that, where you just kind of like release your face, release everything into the floor, release your belly into the floor. And when I do that, I prefer to have my knees up. Or you can put your legs up against the wall, which is nice. Anyway, I was in the shower yesterday and noticed, man, I was sucking on my cheeks hard. Or it was actually 2 days ago, because I still had really hard knots on the inside. It just, I don't know if I had a bad night sleeping, because sometimes I'll wake up with it. I don't grind my teeth, as far as I know of, but since menopause, I've had trouble sleeping consistently. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with my diet and my sleep rebellion. There's so much stress in the house that when I finally get off work, I have household stuff to deal with. And then on top of it, by the time everybody's tucked in for the night, that's the time when I want to stay up. I want to stay up, enjoy some TV, enjoy some quiet time, enjoy sending text messages to touch base with someone, if it's not too late, of course. And I just stay up too late, which of course isn't good for me. It can really wear out your mental health. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other sometimes. So I get it. So sometimes you just need to take a little break during the day with these little meditations. They're very helpful. They're not like getting a good night's sleep. They're not like changing your address. But okay, so it took a little while, but it looks better. What's there? All these dogs in the house. I have floating hair everywhere. That's why I keep my brushes in a drawer. That's helpful. So if you're feeling stressed out, try doing a couple of these things. You know, at some point, we recognize where we might be able to do better. Like, I know I absolutely do feel amazing waking up in the mornings when I go to sleep early. When I am asleep by 10 o'clock, I wake up in the mornings feeling amazing. Matter of fact, it's rare for me to not wake up. I'm kind of like a princess from Disneyland or something. I wake up with a song right in my head. I might not know the whole song, but I'm singing a little ditty. I really love that about me. I've only heard of a few other people who did that. It's really quite sweet. It's one of my favorite things about me. It really is. What else? I've been out in the sun, look. I don't have a lot more to say, except I've kind of missed y'all. I've just gotten to where I think I'm ready for a vacation. But with all the travel advisories and with all of the politics going on, all of the riots and all of the at the airports and convention centers. I mean, I'm going to a convention here in a few weeks, and I don't even want to get out of my town. I don't want to leave town. Are any of you experiencing that too? I want to go see my friend Cindy and Chris but I don't want to get on an airport. I don't want to have to get out on the highway. I don't know. I think we just get... I was listening or corresponding with Rose a while back, and I think she mentioned she doesn't go places very often unless it's a doctor's appointment. And I was thinking, I don't want to go anywhere, even if it is a doctor's appointment. I'm turning into a hermit. And I love my neighborhood and my yard. at this point, I still feel pretty safe here. But two of my beloved neighbors are moving. Well, one already moved, which I'm not happy about. And the other one will be moving. They just bought some property. So I don't know who's going to move in their place, you know. Oh, I sound like a Debbie Downer. You know what? I do. Well, I know how to snap out of it. I need to do some dancing. Dancing helps me feel better. What makes you feel better when you're feeling kind of down? Being outside makes me feel better. Getting ready to put up the curtains to my pergola this weekend, probably. That I'm excited about. Very excited. I'm going to tell you something. I hardly have ever owned a TV in my life because I've always been too busy. Just way too busy for TV. It just didn't make sense for me to own one. Especially when back when I lived in my hometown, I could just go to my friend's restaurant or neighborhood little bar and grill and watch the news there. I did have a DVD player and a ton of DVDs that a friend of mine loaned me. And I was happy with that. And then my life changed. And now the TV is going almost 24/7 in one room, if not several rooms. I know. And that news is going and going and going. And I'm telling you, on every channel, for the left, every channel for the right, they all sound the same, and they say all day long, it's the same news. And recently, I've noticed that they're kind of on the same page on a couple things. I don't understand it, but none of my business. So it's just getting on my nerves. I'm really kind of buying in to the stress it's providing. You know, like, is our country really going to start doing this to politicians? I mean, all these politicians getting in trouble. It just, wow. I'm breathless. My naivete of how people are supposed to have a certain standard. You know, you get to a point where you can't just keep pretending. And that goes with real life too. I mean, you get to a point where pretending I'm happy, and well-adjusted. I don't know if you've ever done that. But I'm telling you, it gets old after a while. I know. I was talking to a neighbor the other day, and I noticed that we have several empty houses in our neighborhood. And we've also noticed some different vehicles in our neighborhood than we usually have. It's like, where are these vehicles even going? We can't tell where the houses are that they belong to, right? I mean, even as a visitor, it's kind of like, where are they going? But why are they going through our street? And they're kind of different looking vehicles where they're beautiful vehicles as far as the paint and the model, but then they have the windows tinted black, and believe it or not, the front end is jacked up, the back end is jacked down, and they have lights on their fancy wheels. So it's kind of like, who is that? And then there's not just one, then there's another one. Like, what? I don't know. It's maybe they have a body shop, you know? But it's hard. There's two that look a lot alike. And then there's another one that looks like it might be a work in progress because it's not as fancy. It looks like it's waiting on the paint job, but it zooms through here way too fast. So we've started yelling at it. That's gonna do us a lot of good, right? Maybe not, but we're doing it anyway because we're mad old people. Yeah. I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. I don't know what movie that's from, but if you remember, tell me. It's kind of funny. Simply because I love that line. I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Gosh, I wish I could remember where I got it from. Also, I was saying it way too often, but I got what the hell from somewhere. Because I was saying it all the time there for a while, and then everyone I knew started saying it, and it was just sort of like this running joke. It was so cute. I enjoyed it. But life is weird when you're tired. That's for sure. I am about ready to drop. Oh, caffeine. Yep, I'm going to try to play some louder music. I found somebody posted about 100 songs of Motown. Oh God, I love Motown. So if you have any good morning songs where you're like, oh, like the Four Non-Blondes had a song called Wake Up, or I'm gonna have to look up Four Non-Blondes, I guess, because I cannot remember the name of the song. Get up in the morning and you say, what's going on? That one. I'm gonna see if I can get that one off of YouTube and start using it. Where is that little? I just had it in my fingers. Oh, here it is. Okay. Is that too much? Oh well. We'll see. Mascara. Gotta have mascara. Yeah, I'm wearing more because I'm actually going to be working so long today, but I don't pile it on. I don't feel like I'm ready for the long haul. When I wear more makeup, I feel ready for the long haul. That's what I've noticed lately. Isn't that weird? When I'm doing a natural day, when I'm not wearing much makeup, it's usually a lighter day. Usually. I don't know. Something interesting. Usually I just like my makeup to really last on, because I do not like touching up my makeup. So if I wear it fairly heavy, it lasts all day. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what. I was not interested in news last couple nights. I usually force myself to sit there just to be present. An hour or two. Sometimes I'll play solitaire, or not solitaire, Scrabble, while I'm just sitting there being present, semi-present, I guess, while the news is on. And I just hate the news. And I was like, I just don't want to watch. I got tired of my game, and I got tired of just sitting there, and thought, I'm gonna shop, which I just don't like to do on my cell phone, because it's hard to see, even with my readers on. It's irritating. I don't like not being able to see a big picture like on the computer or in person. And so what did I do? Oh, I just went to YouTube and I found a couple different channels where the ladies were giving Temu reviews. I didn't know this. I thought that Judy, and Rose were really the only, and me were the only two like older ladies on YouTube just chit-chatting. And I'm trying to kind of lay low and not put myself too far out there, because I'm still working professionally and I don't want to say something wrong and have to go through all that drama. And I don't want certain family members to not be happy with me putting myself out there. So, the other two ladies, I watch every chance I get. But last night, I put in Temu reviews, or I just put in Temu. And then I put in, under relevance, I put in most recently updated. And so, because I was watching a couple Temu fragrance reviews thinking, I wouldn't mind trying a couple dupes. But most of their perfume, it doesn't sound like it sounds like they can get that scent really nice and then it just disappears. I think one lady even said, usually if she doesn't like a perfume, she'll just spray it in her closet. Spray it in her closet. And I'm like, oh, me too. That's what I do. Even if I love it, I spray it in my closet. it sounds like that's not what their perfume is good for. So I was kind of disappointed. So last night I didn't put in fragrance. I just put in Temu review, or Temu. And there are a couple older ladies. One of them is probably quite a bit younger. Oh my God, it's so fun to listen to. I'll have to get her name for you. I'll have to look it up to see where I was at yesterday. And then there's an older lady. She's probably somewhere in my ballpark and a little older. But I'll have to get you her name too. And it's the cutest thing. They haven't been on as long as I have, and they've got thousands of subscribers. And so you should be able to find them pretty easy if you put in Temu, search, and then when things come up, then put in those little dot up in the upper right hand corner. It'll push that and it'll give you a list of how to pull them up and what's important to you. Date, time, last year, whatever. I put soonest up, latest update. Okay, so listen. So this this old lady, I'm an old lady. She says, just so sweet. So I'm watching her whole video, and then at the end she tries on her clothes, and then she says, I think it was her. She has short blonde hair. It's real cute. When I say old lady, I mean like between 50 and 80. I don't know. Some people are hard to tell how old she is. Because in some of the pictures, she looks pretty young. She could be younger than me. But in a couple of pictures, she looks a little older. So don't let it fool you if you see a thumbnail or whatever. Just get in there and watch her. Anyway, so she's so sweet. She's in there saying, oh, and I found this other lady. I love it when we ladies help other ladies. And I love it when men help other men. We need sisters, just like boys need brothers. It's more important for boys to have brothers, and it's more important for girls to have sisters. It's a thing. So reach out and sign up. If I can get their names, I'll give them to you next time. I feel like the Seinfeld show. I don't really have anything to say. Not today. Maybe later. All right. I'm going to go do something with my hair before I have to get in the office. And I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to say a little prayer, center myself. I'll probably do that in between every client today. Just because I know I'm not in the best of moods. I'm just going to stay serene and calm. Probably do a lot of nodding and smiling. So, tell me more about that. All right, y'all. I love you. Have a great day. And say hi. Share a little something if you want to. And I'll give me a subject. And I'll do what I can to research it a little bit if I don't know about it, and I'll talk about it on my next video. All right, love you. Mwah. Bye for now.